My name is Tana Bell, and I will be presenting my Gate 1 assignment for entrepreneurship. My project is a family management plan. It's designed to help busy families stay organized by bringing all of their important information together into one place. Throughout this project, I have interviewed parents, researched the market, analyzed competitors, and developed a solution based on the feedback that I have received. The problem. When I first started this project, I believe the biggest problem parents faced was simply keeping track of their schedules. I assumed another calendar would solve this issue, but what I have found is there's 1,000 apps to be able to keep track of your schedule, but there isn't one app that has everything to be able to keep track of communications, school appointments, custody schedules, medical records, things of that. Every parent I interviewed used multiple organizational tools like Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, Cozy, Skylight, reminder apps, school communication apps, text messages. The real challenge wasn't a lack of the calendars, it was a lack of an item that would have all of that built into one software. To better understand the problem, I interviewed 5 parents with different family sizes, work schedules. Even though every family was different, the same thing came up repeatedly. The first theme was that information is scattered across multiple apps. The next was communication challenges. I even had one that broke down that their family ended up going to 2 separate locations because they didn't have the synced in calendar information. Third, his parents described feeling mentally overloaded by consistently trying to remember each individual appointment, school activities, the grocery list, responsibilities of just working and running a household and all of that. Last, every parent wanted one connected system instead of adding another app. They all felt overwhelmed by keeping track of everything. They felt that was just an additional burden on their plate. One thing that I found especially interesting was that every single parent I interviewed was already using multiple organization tools, which confirmed that there is a need for something better that would make the system easier for working parents. Market opportunity. My target customers is busy parents between the ages of 25 and 45, at least one child living at home, and already rely on digital tools to manage their family. According to the U.S. Census data, there is approximately 33.5 million households with children in the United States, representing my total addressable market. From there, I narrowed down my serviceable market to families around that are already using smartphones and digital planning tools, which I estimated to be about 25 to 28 million households. Rather than trying to reach everyone immediately, my initial goal would be to acquire 50 to 100,000 households while continue to improve the platform based on customer feedback and overall just seeing how the app runs. Competition. I have researched existing competition. Google Calendar is excellent for scheduling, but it doesn't connect to everything. Apple Calendar works well for Apple users, but has limited family management features and is very hard to sync if you are not an Apple user. Cozy was probably the closest competitor because it included the shared calendars, the shopping lists, but it still lacks the customization and integration with many other outside tools to keep them organized. Skylight Calendar offer great visual displays, but it requires additional hardware and doesn't solve all of the problems of keeping the family all connected. What I have learned is that every competitor solves part of the problem, but none solve the entire problem. My solutions is a family management platform that brings everything parents need into one connected app or system. Instead of switching between multiple apps, parents would have scheduling, shopping lists, medical records, school information, chores, family communication, and even an AI planner, all in one place. The platform would automatically connect information so families can avoid missing appointments or scheduling conflicts, etc. Another important feature would be customization. Every family is different, and so every family's needs are different. So parents can personalize the calendar, the reminders, permissions, notifications based on their own family's needs. The AI tool would also be helpful to reduce decision fatigue by identifying any scheduling conflicts that may be arising, suggest better times for activities, and even help the family stay organized without requiring parents to consistently manage everything going on. That was another thing that came up in my interviews, is a lot of fatigue from just trying to keep track of everything and making sure that everything runs smoothly together. I believe this platform has potential to make a difference for busy families by bringing everything together into one connected system. And the parents would experience less stress, more time with family, and less missed appointments, missed school activities. That was really the biggest lesson that I've learned during this project, is parents aren't asking for another calendar. They're asking for something that makes life just a bit simpler for them. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.